Hey everyone, if you've been watching these videos in order, welcome back. So previously, we have gone over a couple of different ways to bring in assets into Unity. We've discussed how to actually use the proper regular Unity primitives that Unity comes equipped with through the Game Objects menu. Under 3D Objects, we have a whole bunch of basic primitives that come equipped with Unity. We've discussed how to bring in assets from Maya into Unity, and now, for this video, I want to show you the other way that you can bring in assets, which is going to be the main way that beginners to Unity are going to be bringing in assets and reverse engineering solutions to the majority of their issues. And that's going to be the Unity Asset Store. It is one of the two most powerful tools at your disposal when you use Unity. So here we are back in Unity. This is once again the basic sample scene. Once upon a time, for earlier versions of Unity, you can access the asset store from the Unity software itself. Nowadays, that isn't possible. The only way you can access the asset store now is online. So I'm going to show you how to get there. Very simply, you can get there from the Unity software. It's just not going to open up within the software itself anymore. The website will open up on its own in your internet browser. To get it to open up, just go up to Window, go down to Asset Store, and that's it. I'll go ahead and drag it in for you so you can see. Here is the Unity Asset Store website. Hooray! So, as I mentioned, Unity Asset Store is one of the two most powerful tools that you will have access to when using Unity, especially at the beginning. And thankfully, because you had to create an account to download Unity in the first place and to go through the Unity Pathways learning tutorial stuff and go through the Create with Code tutorial assignment, you already have an account that will let you access and take advantage of the Unity Asset Store whenever you want. As you can see, just like any other store, there are sales right now. This happens to be post-New Year's, so there is a post-New Year's sale happening. So it's a good idea at the very beginning to not waste your money buying things, especially if you're not sure if Unity is going to be the game engine you're going to use consistently from this point onwards. But it is important to know that if you aren't interested in using Unity, as your main game engine moving forward, that there are going to be sales in the Unity store, and you want to take advantage of that so that you can get yourself plenty of decent, practical, useful assets that can be useful in a variety of scenarios at cheaper prices. But for us, again, for beginners, we want to focus in on getting free assets. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, let's see. We have a whole bunch of, tabs here for 3D stuff, 2D stuff, add-on stuff, audio stuff, AI stuff. We're going to focus in on 3D stuff, just because that's where I'm most comfortable. I think to really get the most out of it, we can just go to environments. And from environments, we see a whole bunch of assets. Again, you can see they're on sale, but they do cost money. I will stress again, you really don't want to be spending money, especially if you're just learning the software in the beginning. So we're actually going to go here to this side here where we can refine and filter our search and just go down to pricing. And right below pricing, we see something called free assets. We're going to click that. And there we go. Now we have access to just the free stuff that we can get without paying any money. And at this point, I'm going to pick something. What do I want? I don't know. You know what? I think I'll take the cartoon racetrack over the Attune environment. Looks nicer. Let's see what we have here. Important information you want to take a look at once you actually pick something you want. You want to make sure you watch the video to have a decent idea of what this asset is supposed to entail for you, which looks pretty good to me. You want to make sure that it is compatible with the version of Unity that you're using. In this case, I'm using a version of Unity 2022, and this is compatible with 2019 and higher, so that's good. Got a basic description here. Workflow description includes prefabs. We're going to be discussing prefabs in greater detail in a little bit and just how useful and powerful they can be. But it's good to know that this asset pack includes prefabs. Very nice. Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of good stuff. This will be fun to use. We'll add this to my assets, and I accept the terms of service, and there we go. Done. All right. So how do we actually get the thing that I just acquired for myself into Unity proper? Well, it's very simple. We go up to Window again. This time, instead of Asset Store, we go down to Package Manager. Open that up. Let's see. We want to change this up here, Packages in Project. These are currently all of the things. These are currently all the big packages that are in my my project, specifically in the Packages folder down here. And we want to switch this to My Assets. My Assets are all the things that I have from the Asset Store. And I want to find the Cartoon Racetrack. There it is. Next, I want to just click Download way over here. Okay, the scene is downloaded. Let's go ahead and, actually import it in. Go ahead and click that. It's going to probably take a bit because we have, apparently, according to this, 232 files. Always be sure before you take something from the Asset Store, you double check how many files it has and the file size as well. Very interesting. Oh, here we go. Here's everything. Wow, it's a lot of stuff. It's got some demo scenes, materials, prefabs. I don't know what's necessary and what isn't, so I'm just going to take everything. So let's just import everything. Just give that a second. Okay, we can close this up because we don't need it anymore. And here we go. As we can see, we have something here called Cartoon Tracks Pack 1 with a whole bunch of folders inside of that. Inside Track 1, we have demo scenes. I mean, no better way to get to know whatever your new asset is than just opening up whatever demo scene the people that made this have created for you. So let's go ahead and open up this, what's this called? Single Objects Demo.unity. Let's open this up. Oh, this is very nice. This is just a nice layout of all of the assets that were created. Not put together in any particular order, just a nice way to give you a feel for the things that were created. We got some trees, tires, racetrack stuff, some signs, balloons, low poly balloons, but balloons. Let's see, stairs, traffic cone. We can use that for other stuff aside from just the scene. This tent we can use for other stuff aside from just the scene after some retexturing. Chairs I can probably use. This building. Very interesting. Very interesting set of assets here. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back over to my regular scenes folder. I'm going to go ahead and file new scene. I'm going to use the basic built-in scene here. I could also just go to create a scene right here and just create a scene that way. But this way I haven't saved yet. So let me zoom in on my camera, on my main scene here. Okay. So I think the best way to test out all the stuff that we just got is to just create a little plane here. For some reason, the inspector, for some reason, the plane didn't generate on 000, which is fine. All you have to do is just go to the transform component, 3 dots, and just reset to 0. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Let's make this a nice bigger area for ourselves, and let's just start plopping things down. Why not? Let's see, let's go back to Cartoon Tracks. We have a whole bunch of meshes here, including prefab meshes, track meshes, and other prefabs for props and track. This is good. So let's actually talk a little bit about prefabs. Prefabs are essentially assets, not necessarily 3D assets, but assets that have additional setup to them. So, for example, we can bring out the prefab of this building here. Take a look at it. See what we got here. Let's see. Take out this building. Maybe take out some other stuff. And there we go. Quick editing cut. I took out a whole bunch of other stuff too. All right. So let's go over prefabs really quick. So as I mentioned, prefabs are assets, not necessarily 3D assets, but in this case, 3D assets that have additional setup to them. So, for example, some prefabs can be things that have special colliders attached to them. Some prefabs can be a series of assets that have been grouped together. That way, you don't have to do the work of putting assets in a certain way. It could be assets that have particular scripts attached to them. Prefabs are assets that have additional setup that allow you to very, very quickly reuse the same thing again and again and again without having to do all the painstaking work of setting things up. Like imagine you set this up, you set up this group of this seating arrangement here once, and you don't want to have to do it again. So all you have to do is just set this up as a prefab. We'll talk about how to create prefabs in another video, but it's a very, very powerful tool that you really, really want to take advantage of. The two most powerful tools in Unity's disposal are your access to the asset store to get your hands on free assets like this, and the prefabs technique that allow you to, do all the work that you need to for just one asset, and then very quickly copy that asset again and again and again without having to do all of the very specific work that you have to do again and again and again and again and again. So here we go. We have this nice little setup here. I can go ahead and just move my camera around with my Maya hotkeys and press E for rotate. There we go. That's okay. Maybe we can switch to the global positioning to do some more movement like that. There we go. Look at that. To have better control over your navigation, you can use Maya hotkeys like Alt left click to rotate, or Alt right click to zoom in and out, or Alt middle mouse button to pan left and right, up and down. We can also take advantage of this this perspective wheel up here and use it to get more specific orientation. So we want to look at things from right above, or from the right side, or from the front, or from the bottom. Very useful tool to have here, this perspective wheel. So let's see, maybe I can add something else. Maybe I can add in this. What is this? Wow, look at that. Look at all that terrain. That's beautiful. We can put that, we can just put that over there, I guess. Why not? Very nice. Look at that. Cool. Cool. Actually, my camera should probably catch that as opposed to the little plane here. Let's move our camera over to, say, here. That's pretty good. Very nice. Alright, well, this was just a brief video to discuss the power of the asset store. I brought in this random thing for free. Now it's mine forever to use whenever I want, and I have access to all these great assets that I can use not just for racetrack stuff, but for other stuff, and we'll talk about that more in another video. But until then, I hope that this was useful in introducing you to the asset store. I was pretty off the cuff because using the asset store is jazz-like in the fact that you don't really know what you're going to get or how it's going to work out in Unity. In this case, it worked out pretty well for me, so hopefully it works out well for you. Be sure to use the asset store. We're going to be taking advantage of it a lot, so get some practice in, find some free stuff, just throw it into a Unity scene and see what it does. Alright, hope this helped. Thank you for watching.